What's going on? Um, yeah, the other day, man, I didn't even know what the date was. Didn't even know what the day was. I just had this bad feeling. Uh, and I just couldn't shake it, man. It was right around the full moon, dude, and it was like the 23rd. And then I seen that something very well did happen in space and in the Earth. There was earthquakes, magnetic shifts in the sky, and I felt this. I didn't know what was going on because I was trying to stay off the net for a little while and reconnect with the physical world, man, because it's real easy to go so virtual, man, that you almost don't even that you lose touch with the physical world, man, which has spiritual components to it, especially when you get deep out in nature. If you look in Ezra, when he had a certain particular vision, God told him, or the angel told him, go deep out into the country where there hasn't been no anywhere you look, the earth hasn't been disturbed to make a foundation for a building. You know what I'm saying? So there is some validity to change of landscape, location, elevation, population. There's different spiritual gateways, you could call it, where you could catch glimpses of other things that people in the city can't. Or likewise, there's maybe negative energy in the city that the people in the country don't have to deal with on a regular day to day, because it's like beacons, man. It's like, why do they put their monuments all in these places? It's called geomancy. So anyway, I had this nasty feeling in my spirit, like a very like ominous. That's what it was, like warning, danger, spidey sense, disturbance in the force, uh, glitch in the matrix that precedes the agents coming. Another wave of agent maneuvering. That's and I had the glitch in the matrix also after this. Some people would like just to chalk it up to lunacy, when it's like, wait a second, no, when the earthquakes are present, when the space anomalies are present. And here's another thing, I also am on here all the time talking about prophecy. Look, it's a prophetic eye in the end, and that's a spiritual lens that God gives you. It's not something you can get on your own. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes things happen, and I have no explanation of why. All I know is that something's going down. You know what I'm saying? It's something spiritual that that you can't explain necessarily totally through physical means, man. And right now, you also do have this present. Here's the last sign, man. This is one of the last signs. Is that when Israel is roundabout with armies, and literally we're here, man. They're talking about two-state solution. This is dividing the kingdom. The end times version, not the beginning, the Solomon time dividing of the kingdom. Which there's a cover up about that, just like it says in the gospel that there's a cover up about the resurrection of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Unto this very day, it said, and that was writ thousands of years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's like when you see all these signs, we have all these signs. Look, there's hailstorms, there's tornadoes, there's fiery mountains, man. There's blood in the sea, man. The animals are dying. That's falling out the sky. The animals on the land and the sea animals. Wars, rumors of wars. With the internet right now and all the propaganda and false flags, rumors of wars means false flag. A rumor isn't necessarily even truthful. People could just be yanking your chain to get a desired reaction out of you. Problem, reaction, solution. It's pretty much, that's, it says, the Revelations, that it will receive a head wound and be broke, but then it'll be resurrected real quick, like they broke it on purpose, like an engineered collapse. But we got wars, rumors of wars, pestilences, earthquakes, and famines in diverse places. I mean, look, for a good couple years, we've been getting hit heavier, harder, and greater frequency. And that's exactly that's another sign. So it's like, yeah, literally, man, this might be it. This might be the very, very, very beginning of sorrows. Because like someone was telling me, oh, it's so bad. And I'm like, yeah, but we ain't even hit the sorrows really yet. They're coming. They're still yet to come. The greater sorrow is yet to come. But right now, it's still, what's weird is, though, I get out of Flint and I go, in the in between the outer city counties and stuff, dude. They all look nice. You wouldn't even tell there was an economic collapse. You couldn't even tell that there's redevelopment. But you can't always look up at that dang sky, and you can see them chemtrails ever present anywhere you go. And you can look off on the horizon and see those Skynet towers. And it also, there's another end time sign. They'll make a net, like a net across the earth, a snare, and everyone gets caught in it. And look, with the facial recognition, with the biometric data, the AI, the artificial intelligence algorithms, the bots, the web bots, and teams of cyber agents as well, and all the quantum computers at CERN and other things. Look, it's hard to hide from these people. There's nowhere you can hide. It's like they recognize your heartbeat, your voice pattern, the way you walk, probably the sounds of your farts. You know what I'm saying? They probably can tell that's you. So, I mean, look, all these signs, man. I mean, yeah, all these things are present. And now the last one, and it says, when you see Jerusalem encompassed with armies. And I seen something else, like China actually is trying to take the role of the horseman army of Jeremiah and Isaiah and run with it, because it said they ordered 200 million racehorses. These motherfuckers really are trying to do the Mongoloid strategy with actual horses. Like, that would fit the biblical description. Why would they order 200 million horses? So, I mean, I made the video where they were running on the wall and they were shooting bow and arrows. And I was like, damn, that's pretty hardcore. But then it's like, wait a second, this shit is written in it. And in Isaiah, especially talk about the kings of the east, who is polite and they boweth down. Even the mean, angry man boweth down himself. And if you look, like Mr. Miyagi and shit, the motherfuckers always bombing. Like, they're really, but then again, even when they're about to kill you, they're polite about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's kind of spoke about in Isaiah, but you really wouldn't. I don't know, man. It takes a certain understandings to catch it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, all these signs are coming to pass and fulfilled and being fulfilled. Even with the Trumps, this Trump, like, is Trump going to be the one assassinated, or is it going to be Obama? And then is it going to be Screwface situation, or is it going to be Bulworth? That's what I don't know yet. You don't know. That's about it. But both of them are very well a possibility. Because here's another thing. It says, even the very elect will be deceived if so possible. So that's a humbling effect to any of us who are on the like, we're like the air. Like, when you punch at someone, before you hit them with the fist, the air, there's like a wall of air. It's like, there's those of us that are in the wall of air. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we got to even stay humble there, because it's coming so fast. It's like, you can't see everything that's going on all at once, even though there's eyes and ears and the spirit people in the body everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And they're giving report. And it is the same report, man, that it's like, whoa. It's like, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, basically. I mean, we're seeing it. What they're not saying that, but their report is saying that. It's like there's hailstorms, fire, just bad news, connivery, lies, deception, death, dishonesty, dishonor. All these negative things are taking place, like a Noah event where man's imagination was constantly thinking about evil. Even though, listen, I got to see a lot of evil, so I got to think about it a lot. But it's not like the people are constantly conniving towards an evil, with evil means for evil goals and evil purposes. That's not, listen, woe unto them. You know what I'm saying? Even more so than unto us, because you survive this thing to see even something worse afterwards, man. So there's not. It's all you can really do is you gotta go make peace with your brother, peace with your people, peace with God. That's about all you can do. Because I mean, you dig a deep ditch, deep hole, and there's no guarantee that it will save you in the end. So you might as well just, you got to make your peace. It says, if you can't love your brother who you have seen, then you can't know God who you haven't seen. And I see a lot of people deceived about that. That they forget that it's like in order to know God, we must first be reconciled to each other first. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that. And that's who shall inherit the earth. It's those that are willing to learn. That's what meekness means. It doesn't mean weak. It doesn't mean like, oh, you're effeminate or something. No, it means those that are eager to learn. Actually, that's a word of vibrance, of, you know what I'm saying, of uh yeah, vigorousness. You know what I'm saying, but towards learning. And and the only way you can really learn is you gotta always stay humble about what you know. If you think you know it all, you're unwilling to learn. So I mean, a lot of people get caught right in that paradigm right there, and myself included. There's been many times where my mind is so powerful that it wouldn't allow the spirit to operate. That, not it, or likewise, when your spirit takes over to the point where you make bad decisions, you're not thinking about this earthly thing, and people can tell, and it looks like you're floundering. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the process of the war between the spirit and the flesh, and we're all going through that. And if you think you got it nipped in the bud, man, well, it just shows you, man, that pride cometh before a fall. And there's many times I've many different ways I've learned to fall. You know what I'm saying? That's one of your first lessons, man. If you really want to get really into the fighting arts, man, you got to learn how to fall, and then get back up again. You don't want to stay down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then right now they're trying to beat us down with fear information as well. So you really got to encourage yourself in the Lord. Don't encourage yourself in your own strength. Encourage yourself in the Lord, in God, in the Word, because very well soon I've also been having this strong urge, man, to like guard the truth. It's a real military type position. Like, look, like you're the last of the Mohicans, man. And you, like in that movie Dances with Wolves, when they assign him to a post, and no one, it was like the dude was crazy that sent him there, so no one knew why he was there or why, and he was there by himself. He started hiding all his stuff because he was like, just in case the enemy comes, I'm not gonna let him get this. And you know what I'm saying? In the same similar fashion right now, man, we really gotta redouble your efforts, be extra diligent, take a look, an honest look at yourself, your world, your situations, the people around you. Try to use the lens of the spirit. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, it's really right now. Yeah, it's open. Even those that are very secular and earthly and humanistic, man, are really almost, because science is almost at the point where it proves God's real, and that all this other stuff is a lie. So even these people right now, it's like there's a big potential for these, if these people flip towards the good and repent, they could be very powerful. It could be a very powerful testimony out here right now. So even though on the verge of this great cataclysm, there is also potentiality for spiritual renewal and revival, and just the understanding of it being a lot easier to see right now than it was in the past, man. Because in the past, the facade of this the system that sustains itself by us and through feeding on us, it was done in such a way that you couldn't see the truth about it. But now it's almost like the veils has been lifted about it, and how ugly and nasty and how far it has fallen, and it's staying down. It's not getting back up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna stay down. It's like when in that Quentin Tarantino, when Bruce Willis had to take a dive, and he goes, you gotta lay down. That's just pride effing with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like these people are gonna stay down, lay down, and stay down. And then it's like, it's not really lay down and stay down. It's called stand down. You know what I'm saying? It's all done intentionally. It's just it's a corporate merger. You know what I'm saying? In all actuality, the New World Order is just a big corporate merger, and it's just corporatism, law of the sea.